Warning! This podcast contains spoilers.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the ASOTV podcast for Supernatural, Season 12, Episode 17. It's getting hard with this season going so high here. The British Invasion. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me is Kim and Dom and Nikki.
What's going on?
Hi.
Huh.
So, I'm going to get to the end of the episode at the beginning. Rest in peace, Mick Davies. We hardly knew ye.
I sat there for like 5 minutes, my mouth open.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. I didn't.
I was just like...
I didn't expect it, but I'm not surprised.
No.
I am. I liked Mick.
He was starting to grow on you, yeah?
Yes, he was starting to grow on all of us. He was growing a conscience.
I don't know.
We even got like his backstory this episode, and as soon as there was backstory, I was like, oh, this can't be good.
I saw a short review of this article, of this episode, and the article compared it to his upbringing, his training, to some perverted combination of Hogwarts and the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
I immediately said, hey, he is Harry, and his friend is Ron.
I don't remember Harry and Ron killing each other, though.
No, this is what would happen if Harry and Ron were locked in a room with a single
Playing
wand
Hungry, Hungry
and told...
Hippos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we find out that they are trained at the Kendricks Academy in jolly old England.
It looks a lot like Hogwarts, even their outfits.
Even though Headmistress reminded me of that one
The chick in the pink.
face from the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah, the one in the pink dress, it was a bitch.
Dr. Hess.
All I remember is the stupid pink outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So anyway, basically, two kids, they're about to graduate or advance on or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, only one of you can be chosen. How do we choose? Well, I'm going to lock you young lads in this room where the floor is covered in plastic with a knife. And only one of you is let out.
I really don't see the point of that.
It's
Because if they're both really, really
the
good
code.
students, let them both go through, then you have really good hunters, and you can spread them out so that more things die. Isn't that the whole
The
point?
code.
Well,
They must follow the code.
Well, the point was to see which one was more loyal. So you had Mick and you had his friend, and his friend didn't want to kill Mick, so you could see right there he was not loyal to them.
It's because he had nothing.
Yes.
It's because Mick had nothing to lose at that point.
Well, yeah.
He
Right.
had no family, whereas the other kid had basically a Weasley family. There was a lot of kids and bullshit.
Yeah, the whole point is unwavering loyalty, and, the kid who follows through with that order is going to be the one that is more likely to follow through with any order. And if it just so happens that the two kids are going to follow through with the order, then the one that survives is the stronger candidate anyway.
Yep.
There's a win-win. Whoever, when a kid walks out of there, they're getting, good stuff. Good, loyal soldiers. Until they come to America and the Winchesters fuck that up.
No, the Winchesters didn't fuck anything up. They kept doing what they usually do. It was the British people who came in and thought they could change things. They are the ones who fucked up.
We should change Kim's last name to Windchester.
Oh, Winchester.
Wind.
I was like trying to put my other side of my hair in my face, I was just like, no.
So, we find out that this, these are Mick's nightmares, flashbacks, both, to his young schooling days. Anyway, Nick comes to the boys and, surprises them like, hey, by the way, I'm in your bunker. Do you also know that your key opens every one of our locations around the world? Like,
That's gonna come up later.
Fun fact. Change all your locks, now.
That is definitely gonna come up later.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't the Men of Letters, start off in in England and in Britain? Wouldn't you think that they would have the master key? Not.
We don't know where the Men of Letters started. All we know is the British chapter is the only one still remaining.
And we don't know whose key it was that the guys got their hands on. It could have been like the leader of their contingent in the US.
Yeah.
It could have been an elder or a higher up or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, Mick comes to inform them that, we sensed some disturbance in the force and we did some research and it turns out it's a Nephilim. We knew, We've known about that shit for months, man. We're on it.
We're good.
Like,
got this.
Mick's face, like,
You didn't think telling us was a good idea?
No. Why?
No, definitely not. Not the way you assholes have been acting.
No.
I mean, fills him in on the whole thing in a very, very good TLDR version. Lucifer jacks the president, knocks up his girlfriend, and she's carrying devil spawn.
And she is a victim, and she should be treated as such and not just killed like they were going to anyways.
I mean, yeah, Mick's solution of putting a bullet between her eyes would have solved the whole problem pretty quick. But then again, you're right. She is a victim in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
But according to Dagon, she's not going to survive the pregnancy anyway.
Doesn't even look like she's going to make it full term.
Yeah,
At
with
this
all
point.
the...
I wonder how much this is going to change her opinion now of having the baby.
Which, it doesn't usually change much in a woman's decision.
No,
well,
but this is
you gotta put her.
You're giving birth to the spawn of the devil, and you didn't want to give that up because you love the child. But now, knowing that, on top of the fact that it's going to kill you, 100%, that may change things. You saw it already, uh-oh.
She definitely questioned things. Definitely, but in most cases, when a woman is going to die in childbirth and she knows ahead of time, she still goes through with it.
Correct, but most cases are not giving birth to the spawn of Satan.
Which is who is said is going to kill everybody on the planet.
Mm-hmm. I love my baby. That's what she said. She said she loves it, and she didn't care.
Wow. I have less sympathy for her.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the Kelly and Dagon odd couple. This show likes bringing up odd couples. I mean, I always miss the Cass Crowley pair, but...
I don't know if you want to call them an odd couple. It's more like a dependent and, a person kind of controlling the whole ordeal.
Well, now... Lucifer psychically contacts Dagon and basically just says, all costs, protect her and the baby. Make sure this baby is born and that nothing happens to her.
Mm-hmm.
See, he does care about Kelly as well as the baby, but Dagon don't give no shits about Kelly.
Well, she's just following orders. That's why she's putting up with all this shit, because I have a feeling she would have just twisted Kelly's head off by now.
Oh, yeah.
If she could have gotten away with it. It's like, I'm having a weird pain. I want to go to the doctor. And Dagon takes her to the doctor because she's being a good little soldier. Then she mind controls the doctor. Just tell him, whatever the fuck I want you.
Well, I think the doctor kind of saw, like, a demonic kind of image in the belly, and he was going to say something, and then Dagon's like...
Yeah, the doctor definitely saw something, but is this the first time that we've ever learned that Prince of Hells can... mind control people? Like, we didn't get this with the first Yellow Eyes, right?
We didn't know. I don't remember seeing it.
No, I don't remember seeing it. He was doing other shady shit, though.
I mean, demons can possess a body and take full control of their mind. So, I mean, I guess it does not break the disbelief here for me that a really powerful demon can remote control that from across the room.
Right. No, I'm not saying it breaks immersion. It's just the first we've ever seen of it.
I mean, it might just be one of
it might not. Yeah, it might be just one of her things too, but you know what? It's been 12 seasons. I can't remember every little crazy thing every demon has done in this
That's
series,
true.
unfortunately.
They
So-
tried to mesh at one point.
It's very possible this is the first time we've seen that power, or it's the second time. I don't know. I can't make a hard call on that, but it's a really cool
Well,
But I
handy.
think if a demon can possess somebody, I can't see why they couldn't mind control them too.
Yes, Dom agrees. I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying a typical demon can't do that.
No. But when you look back at that whole Yellow Eyes season, when all the kids were coming to term and then gaining their powers, they had a lot of telekinetic abilities from Yellow Eyes. So we can say maybe he did, but they didn't show it because they were focused on the army that he was building.
My point is, why not just mind control Sam and Dean?
Their special little tattoos probably prevent
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say, does their
Well, now they
tattoos-
do.
Yeah,
But I meant
Yeah.
like back in season 1 through 3.
that's true.
hmm I mean, hell,
just-
one of the kids he fed the blood to wound up being he just touches someone, and it's like, you're gonna go do this. It's
Yeah.
like, you're gonna go shoot up a convent full of nuns and then blow your brains out on live television, and you're gonna be happy about it. And that guy's gonna whistle while he does it.
I think the first Yellow Eyes demon we came across was that so Azazel, right? Or it was Azazel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he just liked watching things go down. It was like a huge game for him.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we also find out that Dagon stays so well hidden because she has a little slave follower demon who cleans up after her,
Very smart.
covers her tracks. Very smart, yes. The problem is he's not so great about covering his own tracks.
No.
No, because he got founded.
He got founded by Eileen.
I missed her so much.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time I was just shipping her and Sam the whole time. I was like, you guys are so freaking cute.
They are adorable. But yeah, she finds him and gets Kelly's phone number. To which Sam puts on the worst Irish accent I've ever fucking heard.
It didn't matter. It worked. It masked his voice enough that she fell for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, it was bad. It made me laugh, but it did its job.
She's like, I don't know. I want to call her naive a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She was really worried about the baby because he made it seem like, oh, they found something in preliminary tests after she left, and she's like, oh my god, what the hell is the matter? So, I mean, at that point, I don't think she really caught on if there
Oh my
was
God.
going to be any ruse.
Oh my god, what the hell is the matter? Well, what the hell is the matter is it's the spawn of Satan. Tests are going to come back abnormal.
What the hell is
You
the
should
matter?
expect
Your baby
this.
is literally hell. So that's what the hell is the matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mick, this episode gets some orders from the high up there, Dr. Hess. You're running out of time. Like, you gotta go rein in all the American hunters, especially Sam and Dean, and if not, we're gonna give them to Mr. Ketch, and he's gonna go kill all of them.
Yeah.
Like, no time left. Here is my person, and I'm gonna send my assistant, which he just showed up. Is his name Rory? Something like that.
No, it wasn't Rory, but
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
the
'cause
guy
it
that didn't last very long.
Bro, at the end of this episode, my brain just put him as red shirt of the week, and I can't get that out. That is his classification.
Mm.
Yeah,
So-
it pretty much is, because
Anyway,
how he went out, though, was interesting.
how he went out was interesting because I'm watching that scene and I'm like, oh my god, she's actually gonna kill Dagon. Oh my god, Dagon doesn't see her coming. Dagon totally sees her coming. She totally knows this is gonna happen. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna stop the bullet? Is she gonna reverse the bullet? Oh my god, she disappeared.
Yeah, she's vaporized out of existence and took Kelly with her.
And, one-off man gets... Oh, his name was Rennie. Rennie Rawlings.
Okay.
Thank you, Dom.
You were on the right path with the R.
Rennie Rawlings, red shirt guy. I'll start with R. So, anyway,
Rory.
he dies. And this is where Mick has his like conscious moment, or his his little Jiminy Cricket comes out and says, "Mick, don't be an asshole," because he has to follow the code. A man of letters was killed. He has to kill the killer.
I think he also realized not only was that he couldn't follow the code at that point because he had conscience, is that if he would have lifted a finger towards Eileen, Sam and Dean would have, killed him or something.
I missed something.
My camera just did its own little. I don't know. It moved by. It did shit by itself.
Yeah, I was up there looking at Kim.
Oh.
I missed it.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. I think he realized that if he did anything to her, that Sam and Dean would have retaliated, and he would have been in deeper shit. So.
But the code would have been satisfied.
I would love to find out that like there were two opposing groups that each had the code that if somebody killed one of their members that they have to die, and then one of them kills, and then it's just an endless thing, like in the entire faction just kills the other faction one by one.
It's a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but that scene was, Mick standing up for himself, making us love him, and then just, pew!
Mm-hmm. Which kind of which is weird because, Ketch and Mary had that thing this episode, and
I didn't know if we were going to address it or not. It's
so kind of relevant because, with the code and everything, and he has this dilemma, like, does he really care for Mary? If he does, and it doesn't work out,
he did.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work out with the American hunters, he has to kill her. It's assimilate them all, or they all die. It's not just one and the rest die. It's all of them. So he's kind of got like this. We don't know where he sits, but I really hope he sits on the.
He was sitting up in that bed pretty well.
And that scene, he just kept talking. I'm just like, oh my god, shut the fuck up! Like, really, stop talking. You're ruining this entire moment.
Well, that's why Mary turned around and put her foot down. This wasn't,
this isn't going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Go perfectly. Yeah. I'm not built for that. And it's just like you could see the hurt in his eyes. Like, ouch.
I think it was more confusion than hurt because he didn't know how he was feeling until that moment. I think it was actually because the situation was addressed. She was like, "So there's nothing going on," and she just kind of sat it put her foot down. He's like, huh.
And now he's going to have to shoot her at some point.
Maybe.
Hey, if he has to follow the code. She gave him a whole list of folders, and the one on top was Dean W.
Mick?
Yeah, it's Dean Winchester. It's one of Kim's relatives.
Yeah, but I mean, he did witness Mick standing up to Miss Fancy Pants, leader of the British invasion bullshit. So I mean, there is that little bit of inkling of doubt. You can see it. Mick did put a little doubt in the back of his head where the code isn't always solid. So.
But I'm standing in front of my boss, and I have to prove that the code is solid before she orders my execution for not doing something about this.
Pretty much.
But when she's not around, Mommy doesn't know.
Yeah. On to the B plot. And that B plot is Crowley and his subjugation of Lucifer.
That was fucking hilarious. I seriously thought that Lucifer was just he was just giving up, and then you see him turn around and start winking and mouthing
wink, wink,
things
nudge, nudge.
as Crowley's talking, and I'm just like, you sneaky bastard.
It's like, and he used the vague language, not saying Crowley's name, just using the king, the ruler, and all that stuff while staring them down
Crowley fell for every bit of it. It's
a world of pain and suffering. The eyes glow.
And it's just the demons that were in the room, they held it together really well. And I think even if one of them even had a twitch, Crowley would have caught on. But none of them did. They all sat there completely straight-faced.
They kind of looked at each other like...
Because, yeah, he's way scarier than Crowley.
Yeah, but like the looks that they shot, it could have been like he's giving up kind of looks, you know. So
it didn't seem like, oh my god, what? You know, it wasn't like that. It was definitely like they were looking at each other, questioning. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, you're right. It could have easily been, especially perceived from Crowley's end, that they were just looking around, being like, really, the devil's giving up to this guy, but. It definitely was them being like, oh, he's plotting something.
Yeah, and at one point Lucifer gets a demon to assist him, who basically tells him, your vessel is 100% intact, but the security system that, Crowley's got in there is also 100% intact. Oh, who made it? Oh, he's dead.
They did say the name of the creator of the security system, but he's dead, so...
Right, all the demons that Crowley had, all the demons involved killed.
Yep.
Which, kind of smart.
Oh, definitely smart.
It's really smart, especially on Crowley's end, dealing with the devil.
Yeah, but said demon here says he needs time, but he can break it.
Oh, I thought he was so dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be dead as soon as he gets the security. He'll be like, you made me wait this long?
Well, we saw what Lucifer did to the other two schmucks.
That let him out of his chains.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one guy just made it weird.
Yeah.
Smite me, your mightiness.
I mean, he would have been a loyal subject, but at this point, I mean, he can't really have loyal subjects like
no
that
witnesses.
because Crowley would end up killing them anyways.
Yeah.
No witnesses. So what else was there? I can't think of anything else. The whole thing. Oh yeah, the Colt. That was it. The Colt is back in Sam and Dean's possession.
Yeah.
It would seem permanently, or for now.
For now.
Until British MIB or MIL. Yeah.
MIL.
Come to reclaim it.
Actually, it's MOL. It's Men of Letters.
Oh yeah.
The British moles.
Everything I see, everywhere I see it abbreviated in every article or anything, it's BMOL.
Yeah.
BMOL. BMOL. But yeah, Dean is all happy. He's like, hello, gorgeous. You are never leaving my sight again. Like, it's like, geez, Dean, make out with it already. Like, fuck.
He already has a love relationship with his car. Why not a gun as well?
True.
Why do I have a feeling that in reality we would see Dean Winchester on an episode of My Strange Addiction?
Winchester.
Yeah,
Wind.
would. I was gonna say.
Winchester.
As Bede's wind is gone.
It is gone.
The
You can make it fun of me.
wind.
So now my face is burning up. So like,
I like the wind.
I like the
good.
wind.
It's coming back. I'm tired of this. Okay.
Anyway, next week's episode is called The Memory Remains. Now,
does it involve fortune and fame?
no. Anyway, here's what we get. Sam and Dean investigate a missing persons case in a small town. The lead witness tells the Winchesters the attacker was a man with the head of a goat. Sam and Dean aren't sure what to believe, but when the witness goes missing, they realize the town is hiding a dark secret. And if you watch the promo, it is very, very clear it's another pagan god episode.
Yep.
I was gonna be like, it's the Jersey Devil.
Because, one of the guys, you hear Dean say, you have a god locked up in your basement.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. I like the pagan episodes. They're all pretty strong episodes.
Yeah.
Even though they're
Especially the
usually a
Christmas
monster
one.
of the week. The Christmas one was amazing
It was.
with those two.
With the wreath.
But the first one we got with that whole town praying to the scarecrow,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that was a good one.
Very, very creepers.
Yeah, they're all good episodes.
I think that was like episode 5 or something.
It was in the first season. That was the episode we met Meg the first time.
Yeah, that was not 5. That was
No.
a little bit later.
That was the very
after the halfway point.
That was the first lovers quarrel between Dean and Sam, where they split up and went their own separate ways because they just couldn't agree.
Yeah.
That was the very first time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else we forgot to mention for this week?
I don't think so.
No.
It was
No?
pretty straightforward, to be honest.
Yeah.
Other than the side plot with Crowley and Lucifer.
Which, is still plot.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, on that note, it was episode 11.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Scarecrow was episode 11.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, on that note, that's our show. Kim, where can they find you and your luscious flowing locks?
I can't talk.
You want us to come back to you?
No, on Twitter at HUFFI2Y, PUFFI2Y.
Dom, where can they find you?
You might be down below.
And your stationary locks.
At Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Do. There, I did it. Nikki, where can they find you and your also stationary locks?
They could
Less stationary.
They're kind of sparkly because...
The green screen.
Yeah. Find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24 or LadyYVENOM24.
I realize I'm overly entertained at that. I don't know why.
Her hair's
Like-
just like
Her
disappearing.
hair's
That's why
disappearing.
it's pulled back, because when it is forward and kind of like loose, it does go away and I look bald.
Yeah. Weird effects. You can find me on Twitter at Thilidrin, right there. You can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us at those places for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and games. Thank you all for watching, and bye.
Put the fan in front of my face and so my hair's blowing back.
Kim Winchester.
Kimberly Winchester.